Redwood HVAC was a small family-owned company with a solid reputation for quality work. Known for solving even the trickiest heating and cooling problems, the crew worked hard every day. But as great as these tradespeople were, there was something off about a few of them. They were the best during the day, but their nighttime activities, that's where things got a little hairy. The owner, Jack, had heard rumours for months. Customers called him up now and then, thanking him for after-hours jobs that they never scheduled. Other times, the company truck would return in the morning with a few extra miles on the odometer. Jack chalked it up to customer mix-ups or GPS errors. It couldn't be his crew. They were the heart of the business. But still, the strange occurrences kept piling up. One day, Jack decided to keep a closer eye on things. He noticed that by the end of the workday, the guys would seem different. Their energy was still high, but they'd become a little restless, always glancing at the clock. The more Jack thought about it, the more it unsettled him. It wasn't until one particularly long Friday night that he finally discovered the truth. It was a full moon that night, the kind of moon that makes the whole world look silver. Jack had stayed late at the office, finishing paperwork when he heard the familiar roar of the company truck. Confused, he peeked through the blinds and saw one of his best HVAC guys loading up equipment. He was joined by two others from the crew. Jack watched as they piled into the truck and took off into the night. Jack followed them. The truck pulled up to a quiet suburban neighborhood and the crew quickly set to work. They were fixing a customer's air conditioning unit, but something was different. Their movements were quicker, almost supernatural. Their eyes gleamed in the moonlight, and as they worked, Jack could see what had been eluding him for so long. These guys were moonlighting, not just as after-hours contractors, literal moonlighting. Under the glow of the full moon, they were like wolves, driven by some primal urge to keep working long after the sun had set. They were still the same skilled tradesmen Jack knew, but they were using the company's truck, tools and reputation for their own gain, working nights to line their pockets without a second thought for the business they were supposed to be loyal to. Jack realized that while they weren't howling at the moon, they were certainly howling after work. The next morning, Jack confronted the crew. "I know what's been going on," he said. "You're good at what you do, great even, but I can't have you moonlighting on my watch. You're draining the business dry without even realizing it. You're taking from us, and I need that to stop." "We didn't mean any harm, Jack. We're just trying to make a little extra. Times are tough." "I get that," Jack replied, "but there are better ways to go about it. You can't run wild every full moon and expect me not to notice." And so, the Werewolves of Redwood HVAC went back to being just tradespeople, at least during the day. As for the nights, well, Jack made sure that if anyone was working overtime, it was for the company's benefit, not just the pull of the moon. From then on, the crew at Redwood HVAC remained the best at what they did, on the clock and off. But every now and then, under the full moon, Jack couldn't help but wonder if a little bit of that wild energy still lingered in the air. After all, once you've run with wolves, it's hard to ignore the call of the night.